No person was permitted to commit to writing any text or secret broke code, and, so far as is known, no pupil ever broke the law until after his death and the disclosure of the school. We are, thus, entirely dependent on the source of information which will be handed down to us from successors and from police and their critics. A considerable amount of uncertainty, therefore, is inseparable from any consideration of the real doctrines of Pythagoras himself, but we are unsure about when we investigate the opinions of his followers. It is recorded that his instruction to his followers was formulated into two great religions, the science of numbers and the theory of magnitude. The former religion included two branches, arithmetic and musical harmony. The latter was further subdivided into the consideration of magnitude at rest, geometry, and magnitude in motion, astronomy. The most striking peculiarities of his doctrine are dependent on the mathematical conceptions, numerical ideas, and approximations upon which it was first founded. The principle of governing numbers was based on the principles of all real existence, and as numbers are the primary constituent of mathematical quantities, and at the same time was in many analogy to various realities, it was fully inferred that the elements of numbers were the elements of the realities. To Pythagoras himself, it is believed that the native Europe are the first to teach the properties of numbers, of the principles of music and of physics. But it is evident that he lived in Central Asia, and there had acquired the mathematical ideas which form the basis of his doctrine. The modes of thought introduced by Pythagoras and followed by successive geometrists and others became known later on by the titles of the Italian school or the Doric school.
So how much does it cost to entertain? Almost $100. How much is the programming? $140. And what about the sugar?
No, thank you. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for contract. I got a friend who told me about this website. Now I'm spending $58 a month for coverage. That's saving $139. Amazing. All you do, you just go to the site, you put in some basic information, and you get all these options that show up. People start saving right away. All you gotta do is just go check it out. It's that simple. The link's below.
Some of the managed to be fitted by selection and training to receive in secret, but to others by numerical and mathematical names and motions. Hence, they call forms numbers, a point the monad, a line the dyad, a superficies the triad, and a solid the tetrad. Intuition knowledge was referred to the monad type. Reasoning and causation was referred to the dyad type. Imagination, form, or rupa was referred to the triad type, and sensation of material objects was referred to the tetrad type. Indeed, they refer to every object, planet, man, idea, and essence, to some number or other, in a way which to most minds must seem serious and physical in the highest degree. The rulings of Pythagoras, says Porphyry, who lived about 300 AD, were hieroglyphic symbols by means whereof he explained all ideas concerning the nature of things. And the same method of explaining the secrets of nature is once again being insisted on in the new revelation of the secret doctrine by H.G. Rabatsky. Numbers are key to the ancient views of cosmology in its broad sense, spiritually as well as physically considered, and to the evolution of the present human race. All systems of religious mysticism are based on numerals. The sacredness of numbers begins with the great first cause, the one, and ends only with the naught or zero, symbols of the infinite and boundless universe. Tradition narrates that students of the Pythagorean school, at first classes as experti or osterantes, listeners, were privileged to rise by merit and ability to the higher grades of genuini, perfecti, mathematici, or the most poetic title, secreti. Welcome to the Quarries. Tonight's video is a continuation of the presentation from a few weeks ago. Pythagoras is text as follows. In it, we will continue our exploration of William Henry Westcott's magisterial 1911 work, Numbers, Their Occult Power in Mystic Virtues. This is a significantly more complex video than the previous presentation, so I'll try to make more arcane numerology clearer through these measurements, so bear with me. I'll divide the presentation into two sections that are not part of the original work. The first deals with properties and features of odd and even numbers, while the second looks more at the interpretations that can be made of the preceding discourse. I really hope you enjoyed it.
Like a rays from the realms of glory, if his earth, as in the days of old, is heaven more distant, or has earth grown cold?
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's presentation from the Quarries, an archive from the Masonic Wall. The foundation of Pythagorean mathematics was as follows. The first method of division of numbers is into even and odd, an even number being one which is divisible into two equal parts, without leaving the monad between them. The odd number, when divided into two equal parts, leaves the monad in the middle between the parts. All even numbers also, except dyad 2, which is 2 units, may be divided into two equal parts, and also into two unequal parts. Let's say that neither division will either parity be mingled with imparity, nor imparity with parity. The binary 2 cannot be divided into two unequal parts. Thus, 10 divides into 5 and 5, equal parts, also into 3 and 7, both imparities, and into 6 and 4, which are both parities, and 8 divides into 4 and 4, equals imparities, and into 5 and 3, both imparities. But the odd number is only divided into uneven parts, and one part is also apparent and the other part an inherent. Thus, 7 into 4 and 3, or 5 and 2, in both cases simply, and odd and even. The intuition also marked the monad to be odd and to be the first odd number because it cannot be divided into two equal numbers. Another reason this was that the monad added to an even number became an odd number, but if the number added to evens, the result is an even number. Aristotle, in his Pythagorean treatise, remarks that the monad takes also the nature of an even number, because when added to the odd, it makes it even, and when added to the even, the odd is formed. Hence, it is called evenly odd. Archytas' solution was of the same opinion. The monad, then, is the first idea of the odd number, and so the Pythagoreans seized 2 as the first idea of the indefinite dyad, and attributed the number 2 to that which is indefinite, unknown, and irrelevant in the world, just as they attributed the monad to all that is definite and original. They noted also that in series numbers from unity, the terms increase each of the monad times added, and so the ratio to each other are lessened. Thus, 2 is 1 plus 1, or double its predecessor. 3 is not double 2, but 2 and the monad cease to alter. 4 to 3 is 3 and the monad, and the ratio is 6 to 0. The 6 into 6 to 5 is also a symmetrical number, the 6 to 5 and 4, and so on throughout the series. They also know that every number is 1/2 of the total of numbers about it in the natural series. Thus, 5 is half of 6 plus 4. And also, the sum of numbers again above and below this pair. Thus, 5 is also half of 7 and 3, and so on until unity is reached. But the monad alone has these two terms, one below and one above. It has one above it only, hence it is said to be the source of all multitude. Even and even is another term applied anciently to one source of even numbers, such are those which divide into 2 equal parts, and each part divides evenly, and the even division is continued until unity is reached. Such a number is 64. These numbers form a series in due ratio from unity, thus 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. Evenly odd applied to an even number points out that like 6, 10, 14, and 28, when divided into 2 equal parts, these are found to be indivisible into equal parts. The series of these numbers is formed by doubling the items of a series of odd numbers. Thus, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 reduce to 6, 10, 14, and 18. Unevenly even numbers may be parted into 2 equal divisions, and these parts again equally divided, but the process does not proceed until unity is reached. Such numbers are 24 and 28. Odd numbers are also accessible as convenient one from 3 points of view. Thus, first and incomplete, such are 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 19, 23, 29, and 31. No other number measures but unity. They are not composed of other numbers, but are generated from unity alone. Second and composite are indeed odd, but contain and are composed from other numbers, such are 9, 15, 21, 25, 27, 33, and 39. These have parts which are denominated from a foreign number or word, as well as a proper unity. Thus, 9 has a third part which is 3, 15 has a third part which is 5, and a fifth part 3. Hence, as containing a foreign part, it is called second, and as containing a divisibility, it is composite. The third variety of odd numbers is more complex, and is of itself second and composite, but with reference to another is first and then completely composite. Such are 9 and 25. These are divisible, each being, that is, second composite, yet have no common measure. Thus, 3, which divides by 9, does not divide by 25. Odd numbers are sorted out into these 3 classes by a device called the set of Eratosthenes, which is a too complex method to form a part of this graph, so perfect as it must be. Even numbers have also been divided by the ancient sages into perfect, efficient, and superabundant. Superperfect or superabundant are such as 12 and 24. Efficient are such as 8 and 14. Perfect are such as 6 and 28, equal to the number of their parts, as 28 half is 14, a fourth is 7, the 7th is 4, a 14th part is 2, and the 28th is 1, which quotients added together are 28. For deficient numbers such as 14, the parts are surpassed by the whole. 1/7 is 2, a half is 7, a 14th is 1, the aggregate is 10 or less than 14. In superabundant, as 12, the whole surpasses the aggregate of its parts. Thus, the 6th is 2, a 4th is 3, a 3rd is 4, a half is 6, and a 12th is 1, and the aggregate is 16, or more than 12. Superperfect numbers are looked upon as being somewhat like Boreas, the 100-handed giant. His parts were too numerous. The deficient numbers resemble Cyclops, who have but one eye, whilst the perfect numbers have the temperament of a myriad, and are the emulators of virtue, a medium between excess and defect, not the summit, as some ancient philosophers thought. Evil is indeed opposed to evil, but both to one good. Good, however, is never opposed to good, but to 2 evils. The perfect numbers are also like the virtues, few in number, whilst the other 2 classes are like the vices, numerous, insubordinate, and indefinite. There is but one perfect number between 1 and 10, that is 6. Only one between 10 and 100, that is 28. Only one between 100 and 1,000, that is 496. And between 1,000 and 10,000, only one, that is 8,128. Odd numbers are called monos, because being added to squares, they keep the same figures as in geometry. A number which is formed by the multiplication of an odd and an even number together, they call hermaphrodite.
Have you heard of turtle traders? They were a group of 14 novice traders who were trained by Wall Street legend Richard Dennis. According to a turtle trader, 2 classes